Hello everyone, welcome back to another Commander review. Today we are talking about the set review for the Betrayers of Kamigawa. Now this has been a long time coming, it feels like. There's not as many commanders in this set as I've done in previous sets, but because of how busy work has been, I know that videos have been coming out very slowly. So first of all, thank you guys so much for all your patience as I'm trying to get through all these videos as fast as I can. Second, a reminder, this video is not an in-depth guide to any of the commanders that you're going to see. This is a visual representation of all the individual videos I've made for each of these commanders. At the end of each video, I've been posting the ranking I gave them and a brief description of why they got that ranking, and in here I'll give a more detailed description of why they got their ranking. But this video is clearly a visual bookend of how many ways you can build around a certain commander. So obviously up above me there are a lot of S tier commanders, and that is because you can build with those commanders 10 or more different deck ideas or concepts with each of those commanders. And just to kind of clarify here, what I've done is you start from the left and you work all your way to the right to the patron, and then when you get there you drop down to the A tier, but you stay on the right side with the patron of the Orochi, and then you work your way back to the left until you get to that gap, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So there's actually only one A rank card in this set, and it was Kodama. And there were a bunch of S tier cards in this set. So the way I do my tier list, as I've already briefly stated, is it's based on the number of deck ideas you can build with this commander. And those numbers that you can see right behind my head, starting at 10 for S tier, working your way all the way down to F, 5 or less decks, and then V for vanilla commanders. They get their own tier because vanilla commanders don't necessarily take you any direction, they don't give you any inspiration to build around. However, they also make it so you can build whatever deck you want without needing to worry about any restrictions aside from color identity. So vanilla gets their own tier. And the way those numbers work is they are based mostly on EDH Rec, because that's where I get a lot of the card images that you guys are seeing, like I'm using them here. That's also where I get a lot of the deck information, because that's where a lot of information is stored. It's a great resource to use when you want to look at statistics. Great resource. So a lot of these numbers come from there, but they also come from my own personal collection on how I'm building the commanders, as well as any fun or janky deck ideas that I find or come up with for the individual videos. So that's where those numbers come into play, and that's how they get those numbers categorized and assigned to them. But this is, like I said, a visual representation of the entire set as of right now when I'm recording these. If you want to go look at any of these commanders that interest you, go ahead and search them up, Commander Review, blank card, and you'll find each video for these commanders where I go in depth about what the card is, how the card works, and then some deck ideas that you can build around it. So this is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. When we get back, we're going to start the Saviors of Kamigawa, and my goal is to shorten those videos even more, because I want these videos to focus on what the commander is and how the commander works, and then talk about one or two different deck ideas. So I want to try and make them a little shorter so I can focus on the meat of the subject, which is what is this card and how does it work. And it will allow me to make more videos faster for you guys, which is really important to me, because I know there's tons of commanders that I want to talk about. There's tons of commanders I'm sure you guys want to hear about, and I want to get those videos out to you guys as quickly as I can, but also maintain the quality of what is this card and how does it work information as best as I can. So thank you guys so much for your patience as I've been trying to get through this set. I'm excited to start the next one, and I'd love to hear your guys' comments about how the series is going, things that you're enjoying, things that you might like to see in the future, and yeah, we're going to get right on into it. So, thanks again. This is Betrayers of Kamigawa. This is what the set looks like by the end, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye!